Welcome back to the 513 podcast. I'm Nick Nickel, also known as Bengals Swim. I'm here without any co-hosts, and I don't have a player with me today, but I have someone that's built like one and as popular as one. NXT Tag Team Champ, Raw Tag Team Champ, SmackDown Tag Team Champ, Grand Slam Tag Team Champion, Angelo Dawkins. How you doing today, man?
Doing all right. About yourself, man?
Doing great. Just counting down the days till week one, to training camp, till whatever I can indulge myself in football. But
8 more
I mean,
Sundays, bro. 8 more Sundays.
you're helping with the weight with Friday Night SmackDown. But yeah, man, can't wait till week one. Can't wait to see what happens. But shall we get started?
Oh yeah, let's roll.
All right. So first question I have for you today is, how has it been? Like, why did you decide to become a Bengals fan in the first place? I want to hear like your journey of becoming a fan and how has it been being a fan for so long?
So I'm born and raised in Cincinnati. I went to Fairfield High School. So basically, I've been a Bengals fan majority all my life. Once I've been able to comprehend football, I've pretty much been a Bengals fan. Like watching guys like Rudy Johnson, Chad Ochocinco, TJ Hushmanzada, guys like that, Big Willie Anderson, Andrew Whitworth, Carson Palmer. And I've been just growing up watching those guys throughout the whole time. And then obviously now went from them to Andy Dalton, AJ Green, to now Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, Joe Mixon, T. Higg. And I've just been a fan ever since.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it was a bit later. I was a fan in 2017, and I'm living in Wisconsin, so I don't know how I chose Cincinnati, but yeah, man, that's cool. I mean, just famous people being Bengal fans is just so weird. Like just hearing, oh, Dawkins is a Bengal fan.
Yeah.
No, thought you were like a Falcons guy myself, but
Hey.
All right. So moving on to your profession in the WWE. Why did you decide to go into pro wrestling?
So I got recruited out of college. I got recruited out of Harper College in Illinois. We had a tournament, and one of the guys, Jerry Briscoe, he was recruiting for WWE at that time, and he's a former amateur wrestler way back in the day, and he's also a former WWE wrestler as well. He's a Hall of Famer, and he was just there scouting, and he just came up to me basically because our coaches like to play little tricks on us and stuff like that. Coach Tato and Coach Kelly, they was like, "Hey, yo, and WWE's right-hand man wants to come up to you and talk to you." I'm like, what? They were like, yeah, Jerry Briscoe, WWE's recruiter. He wants to come talk to you. I'm like, yeah, all right, whatever. Because at first, like, they're telling me this, I'm getting ready for a match. So I'm like, man, I ain't got time for this, man. Leave me alone, dog. I go out, wrestle, get done, I come back. I'm breathing hard as heck, sweating, just looking for a Gatorade pretty much to drink because I'm tired. All of a sudden, I just see Briscoe just walk up. He's like, "Hey, I'm Jerry Briscoe, WWE. Got a minute to talk?" And I was like, "Oh, guess y'all weren't lying." So we went, had a little conversation, and got me a tryout a couple months later, and I've been here ever since.
Yeah. Okay. So that makes me wonder, what was you're working with Montez. Who's your favorite tag team growing up?
My favorite tag team growing up, man, that's hard, you know. I gotta go Harlem Heat, one. Too Cool, Dudley Boys. I guess I gotta throw them in there because they were obviously at the top of the tag team division when I was still at NXT. New Day, definitely.
Yep.
The Hardy Boys, and those are like my top right there. Those are like my favorites to watch.
Yeah, the Hardy Boys, those two made my older brother into it in the 2000s, and then he just forced me to watch it, like when they returned. at Mania. So yeah, man. I mean, I love the Hardy Boys, and then you guys just came as a good replacement for them when they left. But moving on to some Bengals question. What was your favorite offseason move we did?
Orlando Brown, baby.
Yeah. All right.
had to shore up that old line, you know.
Yeah.
2 years ago, we were pretty lucky, you know what I'm saying, to get as far as we did to make it to the Super Bowl with practically no line. I don't want to say they were good, but you know, giving up 9 sacks in the game and still somehow pulling off a win, takes a little bit of a miracle, you know. But but no, man, that's my favorite move. I also do like the move of getting in the draft some receivers, Jones, Purdue, and then I can't really pronounce homeboy's
Yossi Vosh.
Yup, from Princeton. So we needed a little bit more because that kind of bit us a little bit in the AFC Championship, along with having our O-line dismantled and hurt and relying on third stringers and practice squad guys. Which, I mean, they did their thing. They played good. We just needed to be more solidified up front, and that kind of played a part in us not making it back to the Super Bowl. But I have to say Orlando Brown was definitely the top move.
Yeah, man, I love Orlando and what he's like. We had Yossi Vosh on the show. That guy's athletic as hell. Did track and field in college. He can do. I think he had actually. Yeah, it's like this test I saw of like getting every scouting combine with Yossi Vosh. If you got 1,000 wide receivers in a room, and they all did the scouting combine, only 3 guys would have done better than him.
Who?
Yeah, that Andre. Yeah, so that's something really looking forward to. And then Murphy, Chase Brown, DJ, the guy that'll smoke me if I did a 40-yard dash against him. That's not even the punter we got would smoke me in a 40-yard dash. So
yeah, the new punter as well.
Brad Robbins.
Yep.
All right, so what play are you looking forward to most this year?
Man, what player? You know what? He had a little bit of a slow year rushing the football last year. So I'm gonna say this year Joe Mixon comes back better and stronger. Obviously, our O-line is revamped. Our guys are getting healthy. I feel like we're gonna be better in the run game this year, not rely so heavily on passing all the time. But yeah, I think Joe Mixon's definitely my player to watch.
Yeah, man, and as someone that just goes exclusively Bengals, I know you got Fridays to work not to be busy with, but something to know is we've done a lot of play action in practice and whatnot, so something to look at. It's not even just running the ball, but just do a little play action, then Jamar Chase 50 yards downfield, get a little touchdown.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
All right, so moving back to the WWE, for anyone that watches Friday Night SmackDown, I think people want to know what going on with Bobby Lashley.
Hey man, you know, that's G14 classified, you know what I'm saying?
All right.
Just have to tune in, you know.
All right, I understand. Don't let MVP know what that Bobby's looking for people, but all right, and but another WWE question I have is, what was your favorite match in the company so far? Whether it's NXT, Raw, SmackDown.
I have to go with us versus the Usos Money in the Bank last year in Vegas.
All right,
that's definitely my favorite match. That match right there, man, we were just clicking on all cylinders that day. It was just like you could just feel it that whole week leading up. Obviously, the SmackDown leading up to that Saturday, and then the day, like the air was just different. The vibe was different. The electricity was different. And then once we all 4 got in the ring, it was just magic right then and there. We were trying to rip each other's heads off for real, too.
Something with the Usos and Money in the Bank, man. I swear, they always put on a 5-star, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, they're good. I mean, they seem like they cool now and they back to their senses. But yeah, those dudes are really talented. They've been carrying the tag division for a while, and it's pretty cool to see them be in that position that they're in, and finally, you know what I'm saying, stand up to their big cousin that's been just beating the crap out of them for so long.
Yeah, man, this is stupid from me, but my two brothers and my nephew, and we were like a few years ago, we just go on some trampoline, not listen to that dude, don't try at home thing, and just beat the crap out of each other on it.
Hey, man, I did the same thing when I was a kid. I ain't gonna hold you.
Like, I have a twin that's looks like Moss out there, but 6'8". Yeah.
Oh, wow. Oof,
yeah.
Man.
Got speared by my older brother. Went through the trampoline onto the ground, and I still didn't win that match.
Ooh.
No one got injured, so I can say it went well, but
well, I can imagine that fall though. I know that fall hurt.
No, there was like a stump 5 feet away from the trampoline. If they moved 1 foot to the left, gone.
Oof.
Wouldn't have a spine.
Hey, man.
I mean, I'm happy it wasn't me.
Yeah.
But all right. But moving on. What goals do you have for this year in the WWE with Montez?
Obviously, go get the undisputed tag team championships. That's been our goal, and we feel like this is the year that we obtain that goal. You know what I'm saying? This is the year that it comes to fruition, and then after that, obviously, now we kind of got to see where it takes us after we achieve that goal. We just want to go out there and be the best we can be. I know he's wanted to do it since he was a little kid. Be like singles champion at WWE champion since he was a little kid. Me, I'm just happy to be, tag team champions as well. But I mean, I ain't gonna hold you. Sometimes I do look at those titles and I'm like, oh, I can win that.
I mean, if you just want some tag team belts, say one dumb thing to KO and it'll just give you a title match.
Yeah.
But moving back to the Bengals, is there anything you're worried about? Something very raw on the field that you're this is something very important to watch?
Man, no, I gotta go with the secondary. Safety position, especially Jesse Bates leaving, Von Bell not there no more, so we lose a couple key pieces, key clogs in that defensive system. But we got Jordan Battle, Dax Hill,
Nick Scott.
Yeah, Nick Scott. So those guys have obviously they played. And so I'm pretty pumped to see what that looks like back there. It's gonna probably be a few growing pains, I feel like, but I think once they get settled in, and I think Dax Hill is gonna be a player, and also I think Jordan Battle is gonna be nuts too. I like his game, so that's where I'm really worried about a little bit is going over the top and how they play safety, and just not getting beat deep, and then how they play the run as well.
Yeah, man, we had Dax Hill on the pod ourselves, and he just seems like he really took a step from that first year where very raw, but he got developed by one of the best defensive coordinators in the business and two of the best safeties in the league. So I know he's gonna be fine. For me, it's tight end, just Irv Smith. I love the guy, but he's just raw. I'd say he can definitely put up the best stats out of Hayden and CJ and those guys, and then the backups, Drew Sample coming off an injury, Asiasi, Tanner Hudson, a lot of unproven guys, but I feel like a lot of them can really go out and show what they can do. But another question I have is, what do you think of Joe Burrow getting an MVP?
I think it's very possible. I think it's very possible to do for him. I mean, look, man, that dude made me a believer so many times, but I have to go with the time. Like, obviously, the divisional round against the Titans at Tennessee, at Nashville, man, look, my man's got sacked 9 times and ain't blink. Like, I remember somebody talking about, like, he ain't throw the clipboard, he ain't throw the tablet, like, he ain't going to sideline yelling. He was just cool, calm, and collective. And he got sacked 9 times. Like,
Yeah.
anybody else getting sacked 9 times, they yelling, they throwing fits, they getting pissed. Like, no, not him. And now that I feel like we have a revamped O-line with the signing of Orlando Brown and Jonah moving to right tackle, we even can mess around with Collins. We got Kappa and all those boys coming back. Ted Karras and all those boys coming back.
Yep.
And
Cordell.
well, he's gonna have time in the pocket now, so he's gonna be able to, you know what I'm saying, go through his progressions, his first read, second read, third read if he wants to. Now fourth, fifth, like however many, he's gonna have that much time. I feel like, and the pocket's gonna be nice and clean. You ain't gonna hear him call a timeout, go over and get Gatorade and say, "Hey, no more empty sets." But no, I think he has a very good chance of winning MVP.
Yeah, I remember making a tweet saying that we should sign you to play tight end. Do you think if you strapped up the cleats, how would you do if you got every snap and was on a football field, on offense at tight end?
I mean, did y'all see what I did to Braun Strowman at Mania?
Okay, that's a good point. I mean, Bengals in the film room saying this is the premier tackling form, pointing at all the linemen. This is second level, just boom.
Second level. Hey, no head contact. No head contact either. Just right there. Bah!
I mean, I'm just thinking of how'd you decide with Strowman? Like, hey, let me do this to you. Let me just full on obliterate you with a shoulder tackle, WrestleMania moment. Then Ricochet comes out of nowhere and beats Ricochet.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, look, man, I like we were all ready for that day. You know, Strowman run some people over. I wanted to run him over specifically, and we just all made it happen. You know what I'm saying? I woke up that day saying, "Hey, you know what? I'm about to run that dude over today." And
okay.
you know what I'm saying? And it was very fitting because when Braun Strowman came back, you know, he blindsided a bunch of us and put me through a table. So that was my get back.
All right. And okay, so next question I have is a bit of a Bengals and wrestling crossover question here. Is your entrance with Montez, you guys always come out in like a jersey, usually of the hometown. So I'm wondering when you guys gonna do some Bengal stuff.
I mean, you know, it's coming soon. It's coming soon. You know, we were when the wild card game happened. When they played Baltimore and Cincy, we had Raw and Cincy. This is when we were still on Raw. We had Raw and Cincy. We came out in orange and black, and I had I actually had this jersey on right here.
Right, yeah, I remember that. Yep. I know there's a SmackDown before SummerSlam in Dayton, so that's an opportunity right there.
Yes, sir.
All right, and last question I have is it's something I ask all the players, but I feel like since we're going through promotions here, okay. So something I ask every player that comes on here is that in the locker room they are aggressive as hell at ping pong and cornhole with each other, like they're hustling each other and whatnot. Is there anything like that with the WWE?
Uno.
Who's the best at Uno?
Me.
Okay,
I'm the absolute GOAT at Uno, okay?
All
right? I'm putting up Bron numbers, all right? They call me LeBron, Jordan, Wilt, Bill Russell, all them dudes putting a 1. And what came out was me. Yes, Dawkins Flesh. As best. I am the best Uno player. They call me Uno God Dawkins.
Okay.
Second best, I had to give it to my tag partner, Montez, you know.
All right. So I'm guessing it's not as aggressive as the locker room because, as I said, like story that happened was Brad Robbins, the punter, came in on the first day of his first day as a Bengal, went into the locker room in Trenton, number 16. He went to him and was like, "Oh, you want to do some cornhole and whatnot?" So Brad's like, "Sure." He got smoked 21-3. Not even. Yeah, not even like all of like Trenton did everything right. Just Brad was just like he said it was stupid, and then so he got payback by getting like an undrafted free agent offensive lineman and just hustling him at cornhole. Yeah, so it's aggressive over there. It's a bit.
I mean, we you know what I'm saying? We don't get that aggressive. We get pretty aggressive in Uno though. Like it gets pretty heated.
Yeah, man. I'm just calm before the storm for those guys. 1 week till they have to return with each other to training camp. So that locker room's gonna look.
Man, that locker room gonna look lovely.
Gonna look like a WWE backstage fight, Survivor Series style.
Oh yeah, hey, look, man, it's gonna be funny to see. I will definitely be like, oh man, all right. Now, once I see somebody do some wrestling moves in the locker room or like on the field or something, now I'm like, yeah, we winning the Super Bowl this year, boys. They're dedicated to the cause today. They
Orlando Brown doing an RKO out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Just taps Miles Garrett. Oh my God!
Oh my God, he has a family.
My God! All right. But I think that's all I have for you today, Angelo. Is there anything you want to say to Who Dey Nation?
Who Dey Nation, man. Shout out to y'all. I love y'all. You know what I'm saying? Thanks for having me on the show, obviously. And always remember that we live, breathe, and die by these 4 words. And that is, we want the smoke. Oh, and I almost forgot. Where are my manners? Where are my manners? Bengals Nation. Who they? Who they think gonna beat them Bengals?
Yep.
Nobody, fam.
All right, but yeah, I think that's all we have for you today. Thanks for anyone listening to the 513 podcast. Make sure to subscribe and follow the socials. Link will be below. Make sure to follow Angelo and everything he's got and watch as he becomes your new WWE Undisputed Tag Team Champs. Thanks for listening, everyone.
Thanks for having me, fam.